What is going on, everybody? It is Alan from Breaking and Entering, and it is a very hot day out, but it is time for another edition of Quarantine Update, the last one that we are going to call Quarantine Update, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that later. As always, I am joined by the host of Mr. Nice Guy, as well as Breaking and Entering contributing writer / jack of all trades, Ben Slowey. Ben, how are you doing?
Thanks for having me on. I'm great. Like you said, it's a hot one, and I'll take that over a cold one.
Yes,
so I've got the windows open all over the house, and short sleeves and all. I feel good. I feel really good. Like it's in the air. How are you?
I am doing pretty good as well. It feels good to be unofficially in summer, at least. Memorial Day and everything over the weekend, and I completely forgot that it's Tuesday. I've kept thinking that it's Monday. But that's all right. And I just feel like I'm a little more relaxed. Everything's a little bit more chill once you hit into summer. So especially this year when there's not a lot of running around to do, at least not yet.
The funny thing is about that actually is it seems more chill, but the only reason it seems more chill is because we're naturally more motivated to get work done.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a lot harder to be productive and not want to lay in bed under the covers all day.
Right.
When it's cold and winter and just bitter, but when it's like this outside, you're just excited to, carry out what's coming for the day. So
yeah, oh totally. And I almost did this one from my back porch and just recorded it from there, and so maybe that'll happen at some point. I'll say, hey, it's not windy out or something like that, and record one of these. But speaking of relaxing, speaking of cold ones, anyway. These guys know something about it for sure. We're going to get into our first video on this week's episode, and it's none other than Yogie B Keez with Deadass on Breaking and Entering's Quarantine Update.
Money on my mind in the grind ain't hearsay. Recognize when I'm talking, they gon' hear me. Few announcements moving mountains, let them feel safe. Till I turn up on these rappers, have a field day. I knew in due time that I would get it. Hindsight bias, so they say that it was scripted. While y'all fishing, chase the vision. Am I gifted or persistent? I don't know, but in a minute, my whole game went straight to business. If we talking quarter pounds, my intentions are to smoke it. Right now, venues give me that go around, I don't condone it. I set aside the bullshit and act like we ain't noticed. Then go with the things we have control and stay 100, keep focused. Between the good and the bad days, don't feel any different from the radio plays. I'm winning when I get on the stage. Little the haters can say, at least in my face. Got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
On my grind, I ain't stopping till I get stacks. Day ones with me, never give a best pass. Try to make it in this game's like a death match, but I still been winning. Dead ass, dead ass, dead ass, but I still been winning. Dead ass, dead ass, dead ass, but I still been winning.
I'm in the zone, I be feeling this. I'm making sure they take me serious. Even the haters looking curious. Yeah. Holy shnikes, why you be trying to fight me? Don't tell me to burn my Nikes like some of these other whiteys that be fucking with my psyche. Got me pondering nightly, but even when life is dicey, I'm stunting like Lil Icy. Wasn't tripping when you said they wasn't feeling us. In a couple years, most these rappers will have given up. I'm a diamond in the rough, better under pressure. I'm living in the moment, every second I treasure. Feeling better than ever, getting bread on the regular. Wiping red from my ledger, cause what I said was clever. Damn, gotta go way above and beyond. I'ma do whatever it takes for the whole fam to be on. Maybe I'll sing on this song, even if you think I'm singing too much. Cause I'm still giving 0 fucks, still drink cheap stuff, puff weed and cuss. Man, I don't see the fuss, why I gotta flee the fuzz.
On my grind, I ain't stopping till I get stacks. Day ones with me, never give a best pass. Tryna make it in this game's like a death match, but I still been winning. Dead ass, dead ass, dead ass. But I still been winning. Dead ass, dead ass, dead ass. But I still been winning.
I'm in the zone, you know I be feeling this. I'm making sure they take me serious. Even the haters looking curious. Yeah, yeah.
Legacy will live on for sure.
Yeah, he is. I mean, that just everything about that video, top notch. Shout out to Gonzalez Visuals that put that together.
Yeah.
And those guys know a thing or two about partying and going, all out for sure.
Oh yeah. Do you remember that when they drank the Pabst Taproom Drive last year?
I do remember that. That was one of the shows that we put on. That they were so excited to play that show, to be in the Pabst. Like, I thought Yogie B was like literally gonna just fall over, and he was just like a kid in a candy store, walking around and seeing the venue. They packed the place. It was them, Schlee Berry, a few other acts on there. It was absolutely massive. I feel like everybody's got a good Yogie B and Keez story at some point,
Yeah, oh, dude. Around that time, it was like around this time last year, I had them on Mr. Nice Guy, and they brought a whole cooler, ice and all, of PBR.
Okay.
And I, had to work. I had to work, maybe 2 hours after our episode was over, and I was definitely a little buzzed when I went into work that day. But those guys, it doesn't matter the time of day, doesn't matter what the context is or anything. Those guys come prepared to party all the time.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them without at least like a 24-pack of PBR on them at all costs. You know what I mean? We did like a Christmas live stream last year, 2 years ago, I don't remember, something like that, from Patrick Carroll's basement, and they showed up with a case ready to go. We stayed and we drank after that. Most of the shows we do with them ends up with a little bit of a hazy night afterwards. Yeah. So shout out to those guys for always killing it and always doing their own thing.
Totally, absolutely.
In other news, obviously, there's tons of other new music on Breaking and Entering this week and today especially.
We had a lot of hip-hop today on the site. Today was Big Hip-Hop Day. Some of the releases were from a little while back, but we just
catching them now.
Today.
Yeah.
But... it was great stuff. We had A.K. Stax, Ace Parker, Nick Grace. We had a Deb Diamond song, which I really liked. We had Vicious Van Flo, who dropped his first song in about 2 years.
I was going to say, that name, very vaguely, hit me, and I don't know if it just reminded me of, Vincent Van Great, but, once I saw his name pop up today, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, it's him. He's got a song out, so that's cool. They had that. The new Nick Grace song is out, or Nick Grace project is out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty solid.
Nick Grace is a figure I love to talk about when we're talking about hip hop, just really unique hip hop, because he has such a dark and confrontational approach to his music, and this new project is just another installment of that moody, angry, aggressive vibe. And if you've seen a Nick Gray show, like he means every word that he says. You know, it turns into a lot of shouting and jumping, and it's a lot of fun. So it was great to hear another Nick Gray's project.
Yeah, I have yet to see him live, but I eagerly anticipate that sort of thing. Kind of reminds me of how like Taj Raiden, when she first started, was just screaming at everyone, and nobody knew what to expect because it was they were all coming for a hip hop show, and it was just full on. Definitely some interesting nights seeing some of her shows as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tons of new music across the board, lots of hip hop, and like you said, some of that is from earlier in this year, but the volume of Milwaukee hip hop that gets put out is absolutely insane. And if you ever try to go down that like SoundCloud or YouTube wormhole or Bandcamp, like you're gonna be there for a while and still discover plenty of great music for sure.
Oh yeah. Like that's what I've been actually consumed with this past weekend, because like I told you about how like Bandcamp, I mean that's predominantly what a lot of like bands like full like features multiple people. Yeah, they put their music, and then Spotify. I mean, everyone uses it. Like generally most people put their music on Spotify. But the problem with getting updates from Spotify is they changed it, so now you don't get notified when an artist you follow drops new music. Yeah. Instead, it gets put in like a discover playlist for you. And
right.
I don't personally like that. I like to be notified, like when even if it's just a single.
Yeah, because it doesn't really show up in time. Like we don't get it the week that it comes out. It usually is like 2 or 3 weeks later. They're like, "Oh, you really like this? Well, here's 2 or 3 Milwaukee artists that we found that sound similar."
Yeah, so. But now I'm finding that rappers and DJs, like hip hop and EDM artists, put like 9 times out of 10 all their stuff is on SoundCloud. So this past weekend was my catching up with following everybody on SoundCloud so I can find out who's dropping what.
Yeah.
And it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And just lots of artists that you didn't know that, that they really existed. And then, or maybe that you knew that they had existed, you'd seen the name, but you were just like, all right, you think you've hit the bottom. And then when you've hit the bottom, there's more.
Oh, exactly. Dude, yeah, like on Friday I published a number of articles, as you saw. Like, Friday was a really busy day for me on the site, but right when I thought I was done for the day, I found that new Seth David project, the GOAT project.
Yes.
And dude, like, I don't know if you listened to it, but I am enthralled about that project. Like, it is such a solid EDM, like, house release. Like, that thing is going to get the club going when the club is a thing again.
Yes.
And it was just, and it was just cool to, like, read about, like, all the time that went into him piecing that together. Like now he's based in LA, right. But when I sent him the article, he was super humbled and grateful. But I was just like, I can't not publish this right now. Like I'm just too excited about it.
Oh yeah, no, there's tons of stuff where I hear it, and as soon as I hear it, I like definitely kind of freak about it. There was an R&B record that got sent our way a few days ago from a kid named Clayton. I don't know much about him, other than that he's young, he's got an EP out and some singles. Right away I heard it and I sent it off to some music industry people that I knew. Sweet. And hopefully some big things happen for him. But I heard it and I went, this could be on the radio, like top 40 radio immediately. Which is a testament to the quality of music coming out of all the different scenes in Milwaukee.
And it's really awesome that we have been sort of just mobilizing like all the music from every different scene and getting a lot of different readers and a lot of different followers from giving notice to all the different corners of it. And it's the best when that artist, like, when they don't even send it to us, we just found it, published it, and then they're just surprised.
Stoked
like,
to have it, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, that makes them feel that much better about, like, hey, someone knows what I'm doing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So with that, we are actually going to get into a video that is not any of the genres that we talked about, but it's a band that well, Ben, you had sent me this video, but they really came onto my radar probably about a year ago. That they were doing shows with Size Fives and a few other pop punk bands like that in Milwaukee, and so I was interested to what they've got to offer. So this is the Grovelers with Sicko on Breaking and Entering's Quarantine Update.
Each other.
Was the Grovelers with Sicko on Breaking and Entering's Quarantine Update, and really love the creativity in that video as well. I was picking videos for this week, and apparently was just on a creative kick that I just needed to see somebody that went above and beyond with their videos, and really cool to see what they're doing with like the puppets, and great song too. Reminded me a lot of the Cramps, actually, an old punk band.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. First time I saw the Grovelers was actually at Circle A.
Okay.
The tiny River West Dive, and those shows are like notorious for being so intimate, which is it's a good thing when if it's like a singer-songwriter night and it's just like super up close and personal and gives you a real emotional feel for what they're doing. But when it's a rock band, like a super just energetic rock and roll band like the Grovelers, then people start moving around, and it gets tough to breathe.
I believe that for sure.
Nonetheless, they put on a great show though.
Yeah, and that almost makes it feel a little bit more punk rock, that you're just slammed in there and right on top of each other kind of thing. But
the same went for when I saw Holy Shit at Bremen. Same thing.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even imagine a punk show at Bremen has to be like the most packed in. I've been to I actually was at a funk show. A band called Zoo Funk U from Chicago was up. and it was packed wall to wall. And I've been to a couple of hip hop shows there that have been like packed in, but I couldn't imagine a punk show where people are moving around in that small space.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Like I saw Snag there, and that was another absolutely insane pit.
Yeah.
American Bandit too. Like
Yeah.
that same night. So like Bremen, when there is like bands with like a devoted following that play at Bremen, then it packs up tight.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it's an interesting venue for sure, and I cannot wait, honestly, though, to get back to live shows, get back to seeing bands in that atmosphere.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be seeing that soon, and we'll see some more than just streaming kind of thing. Which looking at be on the out for that too. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, speaking of new music. Outside of Milwaukee music, has there been anything that you've had a chance to give a listen to? I know last week you were saying you were on a kind of pop punk kick.
I was. Yeah, so I have since departed from that phase.
Okay.
Left that in last week. But this week, I've been listening to just some different... I've been listening to a lot of techno.
Okay.
Techno from the 90s.
There we go.
Yeah, really kind of like peering into just like some of the earliest electronic music and how it would eventually pave the way for what would become modern EDM.
Sure.
But I've also been listening to some. There's been a couple really good albums that dropped from bigger names. The new Charlie XCX record is fantastic.
Okay.
New Perfume Genius record is really good too.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of electronic stuff.
Nice.
How about you?
I am sort of all over the place this week. It's been kind of a smorgasbord of music. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, the other day I was walking the dog and like had the like lo-fi beats to study to playlist, which which I never listen to. It's really just I'm never that huge on it, but I was just chilling listening to that, which felt really good around like sundown kind of, to listen to that sort of thing. Listen to the new Gunna album, so that was really good. It was actually surprisingly really good because I was kind of expecting, honestly, with a mainstream hip hop like album now, I kind of expect maybe like 4 or 5 good songs, and it was actually pretty good from like start to finish. So that was kind of cool. Still creating my music, my playlist of songs that have gotten stuck in my head all month, and the latest from D Bridge has been stuck in my head. He's a Milwaukee artist that moved out all over. So Designer Baby by him is like got a crazy chorus that should be sung like by crowds, like festival size crowds, you know what I mean?
Awesome. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I do like bringing back to Milwaukee music here in terms of catchy songs. Like I don't know if you got to hear that Dev Diamond song that came out recently that I published, but it is so much fun, and it's really cool how Dev Diamond, he brands himself around like his name Diamond, and like he uses the diamond emoji a lot, in his posts. But it's cool to see how he sort of turned that into a motif that he made a song about, like a treasure island, just that like his journey to success is like a tropical destination, and he encourages everyone else to find their own island too, and bury their treasure in it.
Yeah, totally. And like to get like, I think that's what stands out for me with hip hop in general is anytime somebody does something extra creative, or just goes up beyond the like the easy like material for a song.
The materialism.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not like. I don't need the girls and drugs rap, like, because I don't need it all the time. There's a place for it, I should say, but like when you do something that goes a little bit different, or when you flip a song to tell a story or come from a different perspective or something like that, Like that immediately is what catches my ear. So,
dude, yeah, that's why one of my favorite Milwaukee rappers is actually Dad.
Yes.
Dude, he's so much fun, and like not only like his shows are just hysterical and just like they're it's like a whole persona he's built around himself, you know, taking care of his children.
He's just out doing real dad shit. He's got
real dad shit.
He's gotta take care of his children. We're all his children.
Yeah, but also like I still to this day I still listen to Dad God that came out last year.
Yeah.
It's like I really like just like I mean he's really funny, just like his bars are hilarious, but he's also like really good songs that are like just great to bop to. Like the production is killer on a lot of those tracks, and
it's kind of the appeal of like a Lil Dicky kind of thing, where it's like it's kind of tongue in cheek and it's kind of funny, and like there's humor in it, and you can tell like obviously he's not taking himself super seriously, but there's the skill to back it up, which is kind of the crazy part, that like you're like, okay, it's supposed to be kind of jokey and whatever, and then you're like, but wait, he can actually rap, which is insane.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Same with Ugly God. You know, I have so much fun listening to the Booty Tape, but it's like it is an absolute like it will like some of those songs on that tape will absolutely just like burn the place down because they go so hard. Like, they're so aggressive and they're hilarious, but it's just like this is like he knows what he's doing.
Right, 100%, which is amazing to when you can blend that sort of thing and still do something creatively that's just different. So,
hell yeah.
Speaking of creatively different, we're gonna get into a video from Ben Wagner. This song is "Take My Time," and a lot of people have probably heard it on 88.9 and things like that. And if you haven't seen this video, I'm glad you're watching this because this video is really cool. I met Ben actually back in college, and we both went to Marquette, and he was, talked about, the music he was making. Never once would have thought that he was going to team up with Damian Blue and Cody LaPlante, who, do, Ishtar videos and Webster X videos. But they did a really, really cool, touching video, and this is another song that has been stuck in my head. It's literally on the Stuck in My Head playlist. So,
nice.
So with that, let's get into Take My Time, which is a damn catchy song from Ben Wagner.
Sweet.
Come on, y'all. That's why I tell y'all go to bed early. Say hi. You ready?
No.
Ready for school?
No.
You know you ain't no talk. Alright,
Come on, I have to do your hair. Let's go.
Alright, cool. I'm not really your question. What if I need it?
No, you alright?
Yeah. What did that for good?
Hey, you woke? Let's look out the window away. How you doing, Dad? What's going on?
I'm walking, but all these thoughts are running. Yell and catch me if you can, and I'm wondering if I should chase behind or stop wondering and try to take a stand. Oh, and they keep asking where the hell I'm going, who I'll be for the rest of my life. Well, I don't know where time is gonna take me. No, I'm just trying to take my time. I'm dreaming, and my coffee is steaming, getting colder with time, and I'm wondering if maybe all this dreaming is better left to the night. Oh, but lately I've been having trouble sleeping. Well, I just toss and turn all night. And I don't know where time is gonna take me. No, I'm just trying to take my time. Stay steady and I'll move slow. Say I'll stay steady and I'll move slow. Say I'll stay steady and just wait, wait, wait. Yeah. Oh, so tell me that it's gonna be alright. Oh, tell me that it's gonna be just fine. Take me, so I'm just gonna take my time. Oh, I'm just gonna take my time.
What was Ben Wagner with Take My Time on Breaking and Entering's Quarantine Update. And I think that's the last time we're going to refer to this show as Breaking and Entering's Quarantine Update, because we've got a new name for it. And starting next week, Ben and I have decided that we need a new name where we're not necessarily out of quarantine, but we're in like a weird gray area. So starting next week, this is Breaking and Entering presents The Writer's Room, where you'll have two of the writers talking music, nothing else is changing. And playing some great, Milwaukee music videos in the process. So really excited for the new phase of this show.
Yeah, so am I. And I know we've already got some new releases on the horizon next week with Bandcamp waiving fees as always on the first of the month. So we will be busy at work and we'll have plenty to talk about as we do every week. Yeah,
definitely. And it's kind of crazy to see this thing grow from, we literally just started doing Instagram Live to...
We were bored.
Yeah, when now we have a full-fledged show with music videos and everything. So.
Yeah, and it's great. I'm glad we're doing it, though, because it allows us to actually, interact with the material that we're doing in a way we haven't done before.
Yeah, definitely. And if anybody's got questions or comments or stuff like that, you can always feel free to comment on the video, and we check that out. We'll address it. We'll answer some questions on next week's show if people got them for us. This is where I feel like I'm supposed to do the YouTuber like and subscribe thing, where I'm supposed to be comments down below, guys. But in all actuality, you can check us out every day at breakingandentering.net. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you consume content. We are probably there in some capacity. Ben, any parting words for the viewers for this week as we head into another week?
Go on some walks, get some sun, but we've still got a little ways to go with the pandemic, and don't. I know people are excited. We're definitely excited. We all are excited, but still be smart, be safe, be responsible. Yeah. Totally, 100% echo that. Be safe. You've now got sun and murder hornets or whatever is coming next, but hopefully you use the time in your house to grow and develop yourself. So, as always, for Ben Slowey, I'm Alan Halas. Thank you guys so much for checking out Quarantine Update, which is now no longer Quarantine Update. It is the Writer's Room. Thank you. See you.
That's